Hello friends, welcome to the course of Microsoft Excel for Beginners. In this course we will learn following topics. The first topic we will learn is Introduction to the Microsoft Excel. In this we will learn what is Excel and how it helps in our daily life. The second one is Formatting Excel and shortcuts. The third one is tax functions. The fourth one is the references, how to use references for the formulas and mathematical operations. Then data validation, how it is helpful in maintaining the standardized data. And then conditional formatting, then sorting and filtering the data, charts and graphs from given data sets, and protection of sheets so that nobody can manipulate the sheets. Pivot tables, by using it we will extract the summarized data from given last set data. Vlookup and actual lookup. In this function we will look up for the value from given table. Lookup function, we will learn how it is a good alternative for Vlookup. And then other functions which include operators, if function and countif function. And the last one is interactive dashboard. So in interactive dashboard we will make a dashboard for the top management people by using the whatever we have learned in earlier topics. So let's start with our first chapter, that is the Introduction to Microsoft Excel. Microsoft Excel. So what is Microsoft Excel? So Microsoft Excel is the most used software application of all time. It is a spreadsheet with the numbered rows and letter columns which is used to organize the data, and it supplies the number of functions to answer statistical, engineering and financial questions, and then we can present this data in the graphical method as well. So in common terms we can say that Microsoft Excel is used in analyzing data, calculating data, creating bar graphs and charts, and storing huge data for the quick reference. Now let's start with the Microsoft Excel. So how to open the Microsoft Excel? Okay, let's start. We will go there and click the Excel here and open it. So when you open the Microsoft Excel for the first time, the sheet looks like this one, and this top one is the name as a book 5. Okay, and as I have already told it, the Microsoft Excel has a letter name columns, that is column, and number name rows. Okay, and here we can input any number of data and organize it according to our requirement, and this is the one sheet. Okay, so similarly we can add another sheet as well. This is sheet 2, it is similar to the sheet 1 as well, and we can add another sheet 3. So depending on our requirement we can add sheets here, and the combination of these sheets is called workbook. Okay, so how we can save this file once we have completed our work here? For that we go to the file and we go to the save as, and wherever we want to save this file, we need to click that folder. Suppose I want to save this file on the desktop, I will click here and this will come up, and here I will name it as Excel start. Then I will click save. Okay, see, the name has been changed to Excel start. Now if I start working something else, 1 2 3, and then I need to save this data in this Excel sheet. So how I can do it? Then I will need to go to this file, and I don't have to go back to save as, and this time I need to only just click the save. Okay, now we will learn the various components of this Excel sheet. Okay, this top one is called the ribbon, and in the ribbon the various tab has been given in which the various function of the Excel is given, which we will use it according to our requirement. Okay, and this is one is a toolbar, and in toolbar we can put whatever function which we frequently use. This cell is called name bar, and name bar is like an address of the cell. Like suppose if I want to know the where 1 2 3 lies, so if I click here, so it will say 1 2 3 lies on E6 cells, where E is the column and 6 is the row. Okay, you can see here, and row, and see is the column and 6 is the row. Okay, and this one fx is called, this one is called the formula bar. For example, if I add two numbers, that is 2 and 3, 2 plus 3. Okay, here 2 plus 3 is now the formula, it is visible here also. Okay, now from here I can zoom the sheet here. If I want to reduce the size, I can click the minus button. If I want to increase the size, zoom it, I can click this plus button. Okay, now if I want to add something, add any new tab on this ribbon, we can customize it. Okay, similarly, if I want to add something new here in the toolbar, I can do it according to my need. So how we can do it? For that, first of all, go to the file, go at the bottom, and you will see option, click it here. Okay, now go to the customize ribbon. Okay, if on the right hand side you will see the main tabs. Okay, so these are the tabs which is visible on the ribbon. You can see the first one is home, that is shown here. The second one is insert, the third one is page layout, then fourth one is formulas. Okay, till help, you can see. If I want to add new tab, I can do it for myself. Like I want to add new tab and I want to put it at the end of the after help, and I will name it as Ankit. I will click OK. Under Ankit, I want to add email function. I will just click it and drag and drop it here. Okay, this email will be under the Ankit tab. Then I need to just click OK. See, this Ankit is shown here. I click it Ankit will come up. And I can also add some other functions under Ankit tab as well. For that, I need to go back to the file, options, then customize ribbon. Okay, under Ankit, one is shown email. I can add the new group here. Okay, and rename as Conditional Formatting CF, and put the conditional formatting under it. Okay, and then click OK. See, the conditional formatting has come here, and the group name which I have given, it is shown here, and new group, it is showing here. Okay, and if I doesn't want this Ankit in the ribbon here, so how I can remove it? Go to the file, go to the option, go to the customize ribbon, just click here and right click on the Ankit and remove, and click OK. See, Ankit has been removed. Now let's add some frequently used function on the toolbar. How I can do it? Go to the file, go to the option, and then you will see the quick access toolbar. Okay, I want to add a delete column here, so I will go there, add it, and see, click OK. The delete column is shown here. Okay, similarly I can remove it here as well. Go to the file, go to the option and quick access bar, and click here, remove it, click OK. See, easy. So this finishes our first lecture on Microsoft Excel. I hope you have enjoyed it a lot. Thank you and have a nice day. Hello friends, welcome again. In this lecture we will learn about formatting Excel and some shortcuts. So let's go. Some of these shortcuts we will learn is some navigation shortcuts by control right arrow, control left arrow, how it can be used, control shift arrow, how these shortcuts will be used for selecting. And if you don't know any shortcuts, how you can identify any shortcuts. So let's go. Suppose 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, let's suppose I want to go from D5 cell to the K5 cell. So how I can go it? Just clicking the right arrow one by one. So and now suppose if I want to go to the from D5 to D11, how I can go? Just clicking the down arrow one by one. So now if I want to go to from one end to the other end, so what shortcuts I can use? I can use the control and right arrow. So directly you will be at the end of the table. Now if I want to go back to the one, I will click the left arrow, control plus left arrow. And if I want to go downwards to 4, 4, 5, I will click the control plus down arrow. If I want to go back, control plus up arrow. Now I suppose I want to select the data. How I can do it? By using the mouse as well. I will click the left button of the mouse and press it, and along with it drag the mouse to the right hand side. So whichever cell I want to select, I will drag the mouse in that direction. Now I will go downwards. So if I want to just select it using the keyboard, how I can do it? I will just do the control, shift and right click. See, now if I want to select the downward, control, shift, down click. So all the data has been selected. Okay, if I want to again, so if I want to select the cell, control, shift, right click and control, shift, down click. So this is some of the shortcuts, easy shortcuts to understand. Now if you want to find any other shortcut, just click the Alt. All the shortcuts will come up. If I want to go to the home, I will just click the H. In the H, all the other shortcuts will come up. And if I want to, suppose I want to make this 445 bold, how I can do it? Alt H, bold is 1. Here the B is representing bold, and if I want to make this 445 italic, I can use the 2. If I want to underline it, I can use the 3. Let's suppose I want to make it bold, I will just 1. So it has the, now I want to make it italic with Alt H2. Now it has italic. I want to make it I want to underline under the 445. I will Alt H3 and double underline or underline. I will use the underline, click U. Okay, see, so easy. So by using this trick, you can get any shortcuts from wherever you want. Okay, now let's do some mathematical operation using the Excel. Okay, so if you want to see any formula or anything else, you just go to the formula sheet, so formula bar, it is insert function is there, click it here, and like suppose you want to add two numbers, you want to do the summation, you can just write the summation of two numbers. Just write the description, whatever you want to do. Okay, so whatever you want to do, just write it here, and you will get a lot of options. Like sum, I want to do sum, I will click OK. Okay, and if I want to select do the summation of 1 and 2, 3, okay, if I click OK, I will get the summation there. There is another way as well. Just in any cell, if you want to put any formula, first of all enter the equal sign. Now if you already know that any summation function, any mathematical function, and just write the function there. Like if I want to do the summation of 75 plus, click enter and go there. Understood? If you want any mathematical function, put equal to sign, and if you want to add any number is 75, click here, it will take the number here, then plus, enter. Okay, similarly the suppression can be done. If you want to do a 75 minus, say if you want to do the multiplication of these two numbers, multiplication of 2 into 2, okay, you can enter 2 into 2 this way, or you can go there. If you want to multiply 75 into 2, you can do that. Okay, division, similar division can be done. If you want to divide 5 by 2, 2.5 is there. If you want to divide 72 by 2, you can do that. So the process is, first put the equal sign, then the whatever operation you want to do, you can do it by selecting the cell or just entering yourself as well. Let's do the exercise here as well. And one more thing you need to learn is the autofill. Okay, autofill is very important, very important thing. So I want to write from 1 to 10 in sequence. So how I can do it? 1, 2, in this way I can do it, or I will use the Excel function to do the work for me. So I will just write the 1 and 2. I will just select the both of them, 1 and 2, and the corner I will just drag it. See, the Excel has automatically identified that I'm writing the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it has selected the number for me. I want to enter only the even number. Just write the two even numbers initially, and Excel will identify that these are the even numbers. First select both of them and drag it downwards. See, I want to add the only odd number, 1 and 3. Just select two numbers and drag it downwards. Excel will identify that you want only the odd number here. This can be done for the weekdays, a month as well. So for example, for month, like write January, okay, and February, I will select this one and drag it downwards. See, I have written January and February. So in this way, the shorter version is also be coming in, bigger version is also coming up. So I will write just January and Feb. I select both of them and drag downwards. December I want. If I write Monday, Tuesday, select both of them and drag it, I will get Sunday, Monday. So see how autofill is helping us to fill the numbers in desired format. Okay, now let's do some exercise here. Here it is asking us to do the sum of the A and B. Wait, I will select the equal sign and select the weight of A, that is 75, plus I will select the weight of B, that is 62. I will click OK. That is done. difference between C and D weight. I will put equal sign, and weight of C is 85 minus D. Okay, sum total of all the weights. I can do the summation by putting 75 plus 62 plus 85 plus 78 plus 72. Okay, in this way we have done. Or you can use the Excel function to the function. You want to do the sum. Okay, I want to do summation. Select the data this way and click OK. See how it is done. Okay, and now suppose you want to find the average of the B, C, D weight. B, C and D weight. How you can do it? What is formula? I don't know anything about it. I will use the formula insert function. Average. Okay, average is there. I will click OK. I want to do the average of B, C and D. Then I will click OK. See. Now let's understand the find and replace. So this is the data of our company, in which the employee name, employee number and his or her team is given to us. Since I have been given the name data of 25, it is, if you are working for any big corporate or big company, the data will be of around 1000 employee or 2000 employee. So if you want to find any person name or any employee ID, so you can't do it manually. You need to find some function to do that. So here the find function help us in doing that. So how you can use the find function? The shortcut to use the find function is Control F. Enter Control plus F. You will get the shortcut here. Okay. If I want to find the ABC, I will enter ABC. Find all. See. This ABC is in the A2 column. It will show the cell address, that is A2, and value as well, ABC. And this sheet it is there in what is the actual name of the book as well. All complete address will be given. Okay. If I want to find BCD, I enter. Now suppose I want to find the HR department. How many employees are belong to HR department? So I will just enter the HR here, find all. So 2 employees are there for working in the HR, you can see, and you can go there as well in C2 cell and C3 cell. Okay. Now suppose if you want to replace the ABC, ABC has left the company, and if you want to assign this employee number, that is 30865, to the new employee. So in ABC name has to be replaced by the other name. So how you can do it? You can use the Control F. Find and replace. Go to the replace. Find ABC, but replace with ABC. Okay. Replace all. Okay. Click OK. Close. See the replacement has been done for the ABC. Let's do the replacement once more, and this time we will do the replacement of BCD with the smaller BCD. So Control F, replace, and find what B, capital BCD, replace with smaller BCD and replace all. So see, the replacement has been done. So before we start working on the advanced find, let's learn about the cell format. For example, 1 2 3. If I want to make this 1 2 3 bold, how I can do that? For that I can go to the right click, go to the format cell. See, this wizard will come up, and from here we can do a number of things on 1 2 3. For example, we can change the format of this 1 2 3. We can make it number. If we want to make the decimal point up to 2.2, we can do that. We can also change it to currency. We can also change to percentage. According to our requirement, we can change the format as well. If it is the alignment, if we want to make the 1 2 3 on 60 degree, align to 60 degree, we can do that. Font, if we want to make this 1 2 3 font to be bold, we can do that. If we want to make this font bold italic, we can also do that. Okay, format cell less. Okay, and now going to border, we can also border it with this one, and if you want to fill the cell with some color, you can do that as well. Click yellow, click OK, it is done. Okay, right click again, format cell. Okay, now I think you have got the understanding of what is how we can format the cell. Now suppose if HR is filled with yellow color and we want to search this HR in our given data, how we can do that? Control F. Okay, and we want to search HR. What we can do? We can go to the format, fill, yellow. Okay, and now we can search it. Let's move this one, find out. So you can see that this sheet has highlighted the HR and the number 1 2 3, which is was also the yellow color. Do it once again for the finance, and let's bold it. Format cell and font, make it bold. Okay, if I want to find this finance, bold finance, how I can do that? Control F, clear all the formats, then go to format, and bold is the one which I want. Clear. Okay, find all. You will find that finance is the one which is bold, and 1 2 3 also is the one which is bold. Okay, close it. So this finishes our lecture. I hope you have enjoyed it a lot. Thank you and have a nice day. Hello friends, welcome again. In this lecture we will learn about the text function. So in this what we will learn about how to do the text formatting and some of the text functions like extracting data, formatting data, removing any unwanted space, and joining the two text string. And we will also be learning about the transposing data, how to convert a text into column, and count function, all these things. So let's do an exercise which will cover everything. Let's suppose the company has given the information to you in this format in the notepad. So how you are going to use the information in the proper way? Let's copy and paste it on the Excel sheet. Okay, see, all the information is in only cell A1, not on B1, B2. So we need to convert this task into column. So I want ABC dash in one column cell, BCD in one column cell. How we can do it? For that we have one function, you can say a wizard, which can do it for us. Go to the data. In data you will see the test column. Click it, a wizard will open up. Okay, so here the two options will be given. One with delimited and second with fixed width. In fixed width, I will show you what we can do in fixed width. I will just click it. In fixed width, you need to put this arrow in between where you want to create the column. Like this will create one column, this will create another column, this will create third column, this will create fourth column. Okay, in this way. So this is very useful whenever there is no very standardized differentiation between the two words is not given to us. So in that case we have to use the fixed width. But here we have been given a semicolon. In between any two words there is a semicolon is given to us. So we will use this one semicolon to extract this information or put each text in one column. So let's go back. I will use the delimited here. Next, okay, in delimited the various option is there. If the between two words or two text space is given, we can use this one. If between two words a comma is given, we can use this one. A semicolon is given, you can use this one. Okay, so right now semicolon is given, we will use the semicolon. Okay, now click next. Now in what format you want this data? So already data is only a text format, so let it remain the text. Okay, and click function. And where do you want this information? I want this information in A3 cell. It is the starting point, A3. Okay, let's finish it. Okay, see how beautifully the text to column feature help us to extract the information. Now I want to do the set in the text function operation on this information, but it is very difficult to do it in this format. I need to transpose the data, that is to make this formation from column into the row. How I can do it? Just select the data, right click it, copy it, and here just right click again once more. You see the several information is given here. Paste spatial and paste spatial, several information is given. So I will paste all and operation multiply, and don't want to do anything. I want to do the transpose. I will click OK. Okay. You can also do in another way as well, much easier way. I will just delete it. I will just go there, right click, copy, click it here. You see here this information transpose there, just click it. Okay, now I want to remove this last dash from each of the cell. Okay, before that I want to remove any unwanted spaces from this cell, like ABC is good, and if you see the BCD, this space is there. Okay, this space I don't want it, I need to remove it. How can you do it? Just use the trim function here. Trim function, put the task here, close it. It will remove all the unwanted spaces here and autofill it. Now what you can do it, copy the information and select the data, copy it, go here, paste it here for the other operation which we need to do it. Now I want to select the first three letters of this text. Simply I want to remove this dash from each cell, so I can use the left function here. Left, go there, select how many characters we want to select, but 3 only. Okay, autofill it. Okay, now I have got the information in desired format, and I will do another operation as here as well. I will just copy and paste the value here. Now suppose only I want the first letter here, so we can use the left task. Only one task I want, on left one. Okay, A. Okay, autofill it. Now suppose I want only the 2 tasks from the left. I will just click modify the formula 2, enter, and click it. Okay, right now I want only one only. Just I will take one, change it, and autofill it. Now from this task test ABC, I want only the middle one. I will use the middle function and it is starting from 2, and how many characters are there? Only 1. Enter. Okay, P is coming, autofill it. Similarly, I want only the last letter of the task, so I will use the write. And how many characters? 1. Okay, autofill it. So let's select all this one. Now I come here, let's do another exercise, and I will place the value here. So we have segregated or separated each test, each letter from the text. Now I want to combine all these 3 one. How I can do it? I will use the concatenate function. Wrong way. Concatenate. Enter. Okay, and autofill it. So in this way you can combine that text as well. Now let's copy it, paste it here. Okay, so I didn't like this capital letters, so I want in a smaller case. So how I can do it? Use the lower case and select the task and okay. So it will convert all the tasks in the lower case. Okay, now I don't like all the tasks to be in lowercase. I want the first letter of each task to be capitalized. It has to be capital, so we can use here the proper function. Okay, click here and autofill it. Similarly, if I have gotten the first of all, just copy the function, right click on the value. Okay, now you have, suppose you have got the information only in smaller case. I want information uppercase, so how can you do it? Use the uppercase formula, uppercase, and enter. Okay, easy. One more thing you can also learn. If I want to know how many characters are there in any text, so you can use the length function here. 3. Suppose if it is Robert, if I want to know how many characters are there, so you can use the length function as well. How many characters are there in the name? Suppose now you want to count how many cells are there, so I will use the count A. What is count is there? It counts the number of cells in a range that are not empty, so it will count it there, not empty. So I will select this cell and close. So 25 cells are there. Okay, this finishes our lecture. Hello friends, welcome again. In this lecture we will learn about the references. So basically there are 3 types of references. First one is relative, second one is absolute, and third one is mix. So first of all we will begin with a relative reference. So what is a relative reference? It is the most common cell reference we are talking about. Thus relative cell references are basic cell reference that adjusts and change when copied and when using the autofill. So let's understand with an Excel sheet. Okay, let's suppose if you want to add 2 numbers, like 2 numbers of 1 and 2. Okay, and equal to 1 plus 3, 4, before is there. Now if I copy cell and paste it here, so what is happening here? See, I have already entered the information that I am doing the summation of this 2 number B3 and B4, and it is showing here. If I copy it and paste it here, this formula, now by through the relative cell reference, the references have shifted downwards as well. So the difference is now B6 and B7. If I entered any number here, 3 and 4, the summation is coming up here also. Okay, now suppose, okay, I am doing the summation of numbers. Okay, I am taking any number 4, 5, 6, 8, 10. Okay, I have just entered the summation formula here now, and using the autofill, click here. So using the cell reference here, the cell reference is G4 and H4. Okay, I'm highlighting this one, and this G4 H4. Now the cell reference is G5 and H5. So G5 is this 3 and H5 is 4. So it is going downwards. This is the cell reference. Okay, 18 is similar, 8 plus 18, so G7 plus H7. So G7 is the address of the cell, G is the column and 7 is the row, and 8 is the number which resides in the G7 cell. So similarly, this cell, that is I7, is the address of this cell, and mathematical operation is being done here, which is taking the value from the G7 cell, that is the 8, and plus H7 cell, that is the 10, and giving us the output of 18 here. Now if I copy paste this formula and put somewhere else here, see the output is 0 because it is taking the reference of K4 and the second reference is L4. Okay, so no value is there. I will put it here to 3. See, the value is coming up. So here the why it is taking the 2 reference K4 and L4, because here in I4 the two references were G4 and H4. Like I4 was shifted to this side M4. So similarly, the G4 was shifted to K4 and H4 shifted to L4. So now this M4 is taking the value of K4 and L4. Okay, let's do one other exercise for much better understanding. Now go to the M1 exercise. In the exercise, we need to do the summation of these numbers to calculate the total. How much is the cost of the car, refrigerator and washing machine? So let's do it. I will take equal sign cost plus 1000. Okay, this is the value. As using the autofill, I will click it here like this one. So see, using the autofill, it is a reference is taking the B3 and C3 we have entered, and it is automatically taking the references B4 and C4 and P5 and C5. Okay, similarly we can, it is for the summation only, we can do it for this one as well. The cost we need to find into 1, and I will do the autofill. See, it's taking the references here like this one. Okay, now let's understand the absolute references. So absolute references, in this association might arise, we need to block the cell or the cell reference. In this how we hold or block the cell is using the $sign in front of the cell reference number. Okay, let's understand it. Okay, suppose you want to multiply the number 2 with 5, 3 with 5, 5 with 5 and 6 and 5. So how you can do it? In terms of the relative reference, 2 into 5. Okay, now using the autofill, if I click it down, see, it is 2 into 5, 10, 3 into 5 is not equal to 30, it is equal to 15, and it is showing me the 30. What is the problem here? See, we have done 2 into 5. Now in this cell the multiplication is happening with the not between the 3 into 5, it is happening 3 into 10 because of the relative reference. And similarly here as well, the multiplication is between 4 into 30, that is 120, not into 4 into 5, that is 20. Here what we need to do, we need to block this value as well. How we can do it? I have earlier told we are using the dollar sign, so B2 has to be blocked. So just put the dollar value before B and before 2 and click enter, and just using the autofill, see the number has been is correct now. 3 into 5 is correct. Now if you see the formula bar as well, the B2 is constant here and everything else is changing. Like here is A3 into B2, now A4 into B2 and A5 into B5. The A5 is a relative difference and B2 is the absolute difference, which is not changing. Okay, suppose you want to divide the 5 by 2, then 5 by 3, then 5 by 4. So how it can be done? Equal to 5 divided by 3. Okay, now we need to block the B2. Let's do it in a normal way. You know it is not correct because 5 has to be constant and it is not constant. It is taking the reference of B3, then B4, then B5 and B6. So let's make it constant, like putting the dollar sign. Now autofill it. Okay, now let's move to just the next header, that is the mixed reference. Mixed reference is the combination of both relative reference and absolute reference. In this, either one of the column is blocked and a row is changing, and one row is absolute and the other column is relative, and it can be done by putting the dollar sign in front of that. Okay, so let's understand much better in the Excel sheet. Now this is in this exercise you need to multiply this number with 2 by 2, this number by 3, this number by 4, this number by 5. Okay, now this number by 2, this number by 5. The output has to become here, here and here. Okay, let's do it by for the column B into 2. Now if using autofill, I click it here. Okay, it is like the absolute value reference has to be given to the 2, because we need the multiplication of 2 by 2, 3 by 2, 4 by 2 and 5 by 2, and one cell reference has to be relative and another one has to be absolute. So B2 is the absolute difference. Okay, by putting the dollar sign. Okay, and clicking here. Okay, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 is coming here like this. Similarly for the 2 by 3, 3 by 3 and 4 by 4 and 3 by 3. So we need to 2 by here also we need to block the C2 because it is absolute cell reference we are talking about, and A3 is the relative one, by using a dollar sign and clicking autofill. Now let's repeat the exercise. Cell reference. Let's block the column, then row. Similarly here, block the column, then blocking the row. Okay, so it has been done one by one by using this absolute reference. Now suppose that this number is reaching to 100, but we need to do the multiplication till 100. So if we are going to repeat this exercise till 100, it is going to be very difficult. We need to enter the formula for each column. So there must be some way in which we enter the formula cell difference in one cell and we can just autofill all the remaining other cell. So how it can be done? Let's try it by using the mixed references. I will delete this cell. Okay, by A10 into 5. Okay, now we are multiplying A10, that is A, and B9, and that is the 2. If we try to drag this cell here, now see what is happening here. Now and drag this downward. Now let's understand. 4 2 into 2 is 4. Now 12, how it is coming? It is 4 into 3, 12 is coming. And then how 48 is coming? 12 into 48. Okay. Now in this case, what we need to fix it. Here what is not changing and what is changing. Here 2 is remaining constant and this is changing continuously. 2, 3, 4 and 5. Here A10 has to be constant and else has to be changing. So we need to just absolute, make this cell absolute. Okay, then drag it. So now it is giving the correct result. 2 into 2 4, 2 into 3 6, 2 into 4 8, 2 into 5 10. Okay, now in case of this one column, which cell has to be blocked is this one. 2 into 2, 3 into 2 is this one. Okay, now see what is happening here right now. First we have blocked this cell for this row 10 and for column B we have already blocked this one. So here the mixed reference is going to help us a lot. So what we can do, first of all, first understand in this, for this row we go 2 by 2. But we have fixed which cell has been made absolute is this one, A10. Okay, and then it is changing for the 3, 4 and 5 cells, no differences. So and if you see the 2, 3 and 4, this row number, row 9, see the row is remaining constant but the column B, C, D is remaining, is changing. So here what we can do, we need to just change the column and we need to fix the row here. Here we can change this way. Okay, dollar signs indicate the row 9 has been blocked and but B, the column has not been blocked, but it will remain, it will continuously change. Okay, I will just do it and extend it. Okay, see now it is the ninth row is not changing, so it has been blocked. C, D and E is changing, the column is changing. Now we need to do it for this. Here the column is not changing but the row is changing, 10, 11, 12. So the column will be blocked and row will be made relative. Okay, here the column is A and the column is A and the row is 10, 11, 12, 13. So here the column A is blocked and row has been made relative. Okay, so let's click it downwards here. Okay, so you see 3 into 2 6, 4 into 2 6. So basic idea is, if the column is continuously changing, just see the number, that is see here 2, 3, 4, it is the column is changing but row is remaining constant, and here the row is changing and the column is constant. Now by seeing this you can get an idea what has to be blocked here. Okay, and by using autofill we can completely fill the data here. See, now it is giving complete information like 3 by 3 and 3 by 4 is 12, 4 by 5 is 20. So let's do it once again to get the complete understanding. 0, 2 into 5. Okay, now if you see from this point of view, 10th row, the 10th is remaining constant and the column is changing. So we need to just block the row, that is row 9. Okay, and from the point of view of A10, that is A column is constant and the row is changing. So we will block this one and click OK and drag it to the cell C. Thank you and have a nice day. Hello friends, welcome again. In this chapter we will discuss about the data validation. So data validation is an Excel feature that is used to define restriction on what data can or should be entered in the cell. And you can configure data validation to prevent user from entering data that is not valid. And also you can allow the user to enter the data, but a message will pop up whenever the user enters the incorrect data. So it is very invaluable feature in the Excel sheet, and by sharing this data within the organization or other department or other organization, a standardization of the data can be achieved. Okay, let's understand it in Excel sheet. Suppose you want to invite the people for the dinner or for some ceremony in your home, and for that you send an Excel sheet so that the people can enter their information and what type of food they want and the time, what is their preference of coming to home. If you are not using the data validation, the people will be entering the information according to their own preference way. So if you are sending to 500 people invitation, so the 500 people will fill the information very different way. So it will be very difficult for you to extract the information from that form. So let's understand it in the Excel sheet. Okay, this one is a dinner invitation in which we will not use data validation, and this is dinner invitation in which we will use the data validation. Suppose the name of the person who is coming to the party is Piyush, the address from where they are coming, like they are coming from Delhi, and timing, what time will they want the party to start, or what is the preference of the coming to the party. It can be, some people will write 6 p.m. like this, or some people will write 6 p.m. like this. Some people will write 7 p.m. So the time will be different and the place will be different. The number of people coming along with you, it can be 1 in some cases, it can be 2 in some cases, it can be 3 people, and what type of food preference. Some will write continental, some will write vegetarian, veg, some will write non-veg, some will write vegan. So you might have got the idea what difficulty an organizer will face with this type of information. So if you are sending to the 500 people, think that how you are going to organize the data and extract the information. It will take a very long time, let alone the preparation of the dinner, that is a bigger task. So So with data validation, how you can standardize this information, which is going to be helpful for you. Like name, let the name is remain same, name Delhi from Delhi. Timing. Suppose then for the data validation, first of all it is home, then go to the data. In data you will see data validation, just click here and data validation will come up. So here the three tabs are there: setting, input message, alert, error, alerts. So we will see the input message and error alert, how we can use that. First of all, let's use the data validation for the timing. Let's use the list and time. We will give the 3 times, so the people can choose the 3 times when they want to come to the party and enter that information. That is the 3 times: 6 p.m., 7 p.m., 8 p.m. We will click the OK. See what is happening here. After I have entered the information, a drop down will appear on the time cell. If you click the 6 p.m., 7 p.m. and 8 p.m. will come up. 6 p.m., 7 p.m. and 8 p.m. will come. So any person, any user want to input any information, they can just select the information and nothing else they can do. If they want to enter any other information, Excel sheet will not accept that information. Okay, let's clear it and do it again for the better understanding. So now I have removed the data validation here in this cell. So what I have done, I have gone to the data tab, click it here, and I have gone to the right hand side and I saw the data validation is there. Just click here, 3 options will come. You have to select the top one, data validation, and 3 tasks will come: setting, inputting message, and error alerts. So in the validation criteria, allow, you can use anything, whole number, decimal, list, date, time, task. So here according to requirement I will use the list, and that source will be, I will enter the information here: 6 p.m., 7 p.m. and 8 p.m. and then click OK. And if the Piyush want to come at 7 p.m., he will click this one. The number of people along with him is 3, and put food preference. So a lot of food preference will be given. So we will use the data validation again to give, just limit the entrance of the data in the information. I will go to data validation. I will use the list again. I will put veg and non-veg. I will click the OK. So I will click the veg only, or you can select the non-veg. So see, this information and now has been standardized, the timing and food preferences. By using this information, a person can prepare his dinner party according to the requirement of the. So let's do another exercise for the much better understanding. Okay, in the first exercise, I need to give a range in which number we can enter any number between 1 and 10. Okay, let's let this series. Here we need to use the data validation, and in data validation a person can enter any number between 1 and 10. Okay, I will go to the data validation. I will select the whole number. Minimum number is 1, maximum number is 10. Okay, click OK. Now let's test one. If I click 2, it's okay. If I click 11, okay. Now it is restricting me from entering the wrong information, so I will click 5 here is no problem, 9 here no problem. Okay, now give proper input and error message. So if any person want to see what task has to be done, and if I enter any wrong information, pop-up information should come up. So how it can be done? So it can be done, you go to data validation. This setting we have already done it. Let's put the input message, enter number between 1 and 10. Please enter number only between, you can put anything, is according to your requirement, 1 and 10. Okay, if someone puts the number 11 and 12, so what comes up? So when user enter invalid data, show this error alert. Stalled warning, I will say the warning only. Title, error, please enter correct number. I will click OK. Now suppose I will select enter 11. So it is saying please enter correct number continuously. See it is showing the error message, and OK. Now if I will select any cell, so it is also giving the instruction enter the number between 1 and 10. Please enter the number only, which we have done earlier here as well. Okay, let's do another exercise. The range should have gender or female. Okay, I will select this one, go to the data validation. I will select list male and female. I will click it. Okay, see now whenever you click any of the cell, because data validation is applicable only on these 4 cells, if you click any one of the cells, a drop down icon will come up, and just select one of them, select male, or you can select female accordingly, male or female. So, and if you try to enter something else, error message will come. As we have seen earlier message in earlier exercise, how we entered how we have used the error message according to our requirement. So we can do similarly here as well. Let's do it. I will stop and correct data, enter only, select and male or female, click OK. Okay, now I will do something else. So they see enter male or female, retry, cancel. Okay, you understood? Now range should list colors, and list is given in column n. Column n is this one, and list is here, and I need to use the data validation here, and in that data validation an icon will come up of drop down icon, and in that information of several colors, list of the several colors should be shown, and from where it should be shown, from this array of data. Okay, let's select this one, cells, data validation. I will go there, I will select the list source. Our source is this one. I will go here, select this cells. Okay, I will extend little bit here. I will explain the reason of extending this information later on. Okay, I will click OK. Input message, you can enter anything. Error alerts, you can do anything, and just click OK. See, it has came up. You can select any color range. Now if you observe one thing, if I click the drop down icon, you will see some empty cells here. The reason I have just selecting the empty cells as a part of data validation, because if you want to enter any other color later on, you can add it here. Like I want to add yellow here, so it will also appear in this drop down list. See, yellow has appeared. If I will add black here, so black will also be appearing here. Okay, understood? So this is why the data validation is very useful. Now in this exercise, but we will limit the task length. How it can be done? Go to the data validation here, and task length here, and it should be the minimum length of the task should be 2 and maximum should be 5. Okay, put it here. Minimum should be 2. If I enter one length, the error message will come up. Okay, so and if I put it 3, can be done here. Okay, I hope this lecture is very helpful for you. Thank you and have a nice day. Hello friends, welcome again. In today's lecture, we will learn about the conditional formatting. It is one of the very useful function in Excel, and it helps in highlighting the things, numbers or cell, which will help managers and professionals to make decisions. For example, your sales team has reported some numbers regarding the sale of car, the products, and you want to see some top numbers and some low numbers as well. If you going to see through each number, it is going to take a lot of time. So conditional formatting in here helps in identifying which are the top sales numbers and which are the low sales numbers. So we will see an example how it can be done using the conditional formatting. Let's go to Excel sheet. Let's generate some numbers, some random numbers using a random function. Okay, as a manager of a company, I want to see what are the numbers who have sales greater than 800 units. So I will select the numbers, go to the home. Here the conditional formatting is shown. So where this option will highlight it here, the highlight cells rules, top and bottom rules, data bars, color scales, icons, text. So we will go through each of them one by one. Let's understand what is conditional formatting, how it is going to the conditional formatting. Like I want to see the greater than the units which were sold greater than 800. How many are they? So the greater than 800 we are talking about, and numbers we can fill it. We can fill with yellow, we can fill it with light red fill, or we can customize it using the custom format. Here we can go to fill, and I will highlight yellow. Okay, so OK and OK. So how it is simple to show the sales number which are greater than the 800. So And if a manager want to see the low sales number below the 100 or suppose 200, how it can do that? First of all, we need to clear the rules here, or we can also superimpose that rule in this table as well. So let's superimpose it. Highlight cell and let's take it less than 200 and let's custom format with the red cell. Okay. So now manager can see both the numbers whose sales is less than 200 and the numbers whose sale is greater than 800. So in this way, the managers can go back to his sales team and highlight that why the sales is low and why the sales is higher, and accordingly can make his decision much better. Now let's do more exercise for much better understanding of the conditional formatting. Okay, here the first exercise is highlight all the values greater than 7. So similarly, we need to highlight any number which is greater than 7. So let's select the number, go to the home, conditional formatting, highlight cell greater than 7, and let's fill it with yellow. Okay, and also we can change its font number as well. You can make it bold and bold italic, and fill it with the yellow border. If you want to highlight the border as well, you can do it, and the outline black. Okay, now click OK. See, so the number which are greater than 7 is highlighted here. Okay, it can be done with it. Now let's do the another exercise. Here in this table, value table, we need to highlight the numbers whose value is between 0 and 2. Okay, so first of all, let's select these numbers, go to conditional formatting, highlight cells between 1 and you can either put the 0 here and 2 here, or you can give the reference here as well. The reason of giving the referencing is because if you later on, if you want to change the numbers, this number, you can automatically go there and just import the number, and you don't need to do anything else of related to conditional formatting. It will okay. Customer format, I want to fill it with green and I want to border it, font should be bold. Okay, and okay, see, no number is between the 0 and 2, so it is not highlighted. Now if I change it to 2 and value 4, see, it has highlighted the numbers which are between the 2 and 4. So that's why I was referring to referencing, how useful it is to change it. Okay, and if suppose I put it 3, change it, value is changing. Now I put it 1, it's changing here. Okay, so you're getting the idea about how to use the conditional formatting. Now let's do another exercise. In this exercise, you want to highlight the dates which are greater than 26 November 21 with green color, dates between 20 November and 25 November blue with blue, and dates with less than 19 November with red. Okay, first of all, let's select the whole number, conditional formatting, highlight cell greater than 26th November with the green color, custom format, fill green color. Okay. Now you want to highlight the dates which is between 20 November and 25 November. Let's impose the rules here. Conditional formatting, highlight cell between 20 November and 25th November with blue. And the last one is less than 90 November. You can do it again. Let's select the, okay, I have not selected the table. First of all, select it. Less than 19th November. With red one. Okay, so see how simple is it. If you want to remove this conditional formatting rule from the cell, from the sheet, how you can do it? Just go to the conditional formatting, clear rules, clear the rules from the selected cell. Like I have selected this one, it will clear the rules from. If you want to clear the rules from entire, we need to click this one. So I will not remove the from entire sheet. I will just remove the rules from the selected cell. Okay, see, the conditional formatting is not more applicable here. Okay, now let's do the another exercise for more for understanding conditional formatting. Now I will remove the rules from here, entire sheet. Okay, now this is the sales data of a 4-week sale of the item SKU items. So, and if you want to see the, by seeing the numbers we will not able to understand how much is the sale, everything. So if by using the conditional formatting, it is much easier to understand it, what was the sale, what was the trend, everything else. So for the first of all, just select the data, go to conditional formatting and select the data bars. You can select this one, you can select this one, select this one, this one, this one, this one, anything, this one as well, this one as well, this one. I will select this one. Okay, so you can see that the sales of the items of the 4 week for Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday, and so you can compare it. From item 1, the sale was on Monday 693, for sales were down, was little bit down, and then sale increased little bit higher, then little bit higher, it was picking up. And you can see the sale for item 2 on the Thursday was very high and initially it was low. See, by seeing this you can make some, you can draw some inference and make some judgment, and you can also remove this number as well. You can also hide this number as well. Just select the sheet table, go to the manage rule. Over you can see in the manage rule, go to edit rule. In the edit rule you can see that format style data bar. You can just remove the numbers. You can just click it, show bar only, and click OK. Then click OK. The numbers has been removed. Okay, so how nice it is highlighting all the numbers. Let's remove these numbers. Conditional formatting, clear it from the entire sheet, and let's select it again. Go to the home, select conditional formatting. You can use this color scale as well to highlight the colors, and you can see what rules were applied here. Okay, now you can see what rules were applicable here in this highlighting of the colors. Now if you want to this color which lowest value should be red. Click red. If you want with the midpoint percentile, you can change it. The color should be yellow, you can change it, and which the highest value should be blue, you can change it. Okay, this value also you can change percentile. Okay, let's apply it. Now see, the person manager can see that the sales of blue highlights the highest number of sales, with red show the low sales, and green one is yellow one is the average one. So it is very beneficial for the managers to just by seeing the colors, how things are there, whether it is improving or not, can be applicable. And I think I suggest you just clear the rules and go back and use this color scale and data bus to do all this exercise. So it will, by practicing it, you will learn a lot. Now let's go to another exercise. Okay, I will first of all remove all the rules from the sheet. Clear rules. Done. Now in this table, the employee name has been given and certain task has been given to each employee. Okay, for like in day 1, the Ankit 1 is the employee who has done 5 tasks. In day 2, 3 tasks has been given. He has completed 3 tasks. In day 3, he has completed 4 tasks. Okay, so end of the week, manager wants to see how many people have done total tasks. So he do the summation here and see it. So the managers can figure it out very easily, who is doing the job better, who is not completing the job, and what is the problem they are facing. He can discuss it later on after seeing the report. But if you are talking about the more than 100 employees or 200,000 employees, so it will be very difficult for him to go through each number. So here conditional formatting can be very helpful in highlighting the low performer and high performer. So see how it can be done. First of all, select this range, go to conditional formatting. I will select the icon here. Okay, 3 arrow icon. This less modified according to our requirement. Edit rule. Okay, the icon is there. If it is up arrow, when the value is less than 67, and this is the right arrow when the value is between 33 and less than 67, and low arrow when value is less than 33. Okay, now I want to change it to 50, 75% and 50%. Okay, and I will show only icons only. Okay, then I will click it. Okay, so you can see the Ankit 1 is a good performer, but Ankit 2 is performing very badly. So he can call Ankit 2 and Ankit 3 and the other downward trends arrow employee to his office and ask what was the reason they are not able to complete the task. And so see how it is conditional formatting helping them to do their task. And now this completes our lecture on the conditional formatting. I hope you have enjoyed it a lot. Thank you and have a nice day. Hello friends, welcome again. So in this lecture we will learn about the sorting and filtering of the data. So what is sorting? Sorting is the process of arranging data in a meaningful order, so you can analyze it more effectively. So let's understand it by doing the exercise in the Excel sheet. Okay, sorting. In this table, a date is given, item number is given, quantity is given, and the sales of that item is given. Suppose if I want to sort this data in the increasing order of the sales or decreasing order of sales, how I can do it? So first of all, just select the table. and go to the home. On the right hand side of the screen you can see a sort and filter. I will just click it here. I will sort it from the how it is done. I will just select this part of the table, go to the home, on the right hand sort and filter, and I will select the from largest to smallest. Now this warning wizard will come up, and in this it will ask Microsoft Excel found data next to your selection. Since you have not selected this data, it will not be sorted. What do you want to do? Expand the selection or continue with the current selection? See, if I will click this one, continue with the current selection, so it will only sort this one. That is, it will just give me the sales data from decreasing order only, from largest to smallest, and nothing will change in this part of the data. That is not I want. I want this part of the table to be changed according to the change in the sales data as well. If it is largest to smallest, the item number corresponding to the largest number should be also coming here, and similarly the date which is corresponding to the highest sale should be also coming to here, and the quantity corresponding to the highest sale should be coming here. Okay, so let's do the expand the selection. Okay, now see, by doing so we have got the sales with highest value and the sales with lowest is the below. Okay, now we can also do the from lowest to highest as well. Okay, so first of all just select this table, go to the sort and filter, and the smallest to highest, and expand the selection. Yes, do it. Okay, now we have reversed the table only. Now if we want to do the same with the quantity, just select the quantity, sort and filter, largest to smallest, and expand the selection. Okay, okay, it is not fixed, that's why the problem. Let's fix this data. Okay, now then do this filter, largest to smallest, expand the selection. So see, now this is one thing of doing sorting individually for each column. You can do the sorting in a hierarchical method as well. So less understanding. First of all, do the select the data, go to sort in column, now custom sort. Okay, in this custom sort, first of all Excel will sort the data by quantity first, and if I am sorting the data by the sale, the second, then it will sort the data for the sale later on. Okay, so I will add label sort the data by sales, and I will put the largest to one. Okay, let me repeat myself. Okay, the first sorting will be done on the quantity, all the corresponding values we change. After that the sorting will be done for the sales, then all the corresponding value will change accordingly. Okay, let's do it and it will be much clear. Click OK. See, the first sorting has been done for this, so all the top numbers, largest smallest, has come here. Let me highlight this one. Okay, first this one has been done. Okay, and for the 5 quantity this has been done. Okay, now what the Excel will do, now Excel will sort the data of this of a quantity 6, and the sale is from largest to smallest. For quantity 5, from largest to smallest. In this way the Excel will do the sorting. Okay, next hierarchy sorting can be done on the date as well. Let's do it. First of all select the data, custom sort. Okay, now we will add, and I will sales largest to smaller, and third one is the date, from newest to oldest. Okay, you can do it. Okay, now the first quantity is sorted, then sale is sorted, then the date is sorted. Okay, in this way we can do this sorting as well. Now let's go to the next exercise, that is filtering. Okay, filtering data. Suppose you are working on company data in the Excel sheet of the inventory information, in which each part numbers or SKU inventory information is given for each warehouse. So you can imagine how large the data will be there. So how do you is going to solve that? By using the filtering data. Okay, let's understand it by doing the exercise. So in this table, date is given, the name of the seller is given, what item they sold is given, and the value they have earned it. Okay, now in this several questions there, I will just copy paste it on the notepad, or it is already there. The first question is, show the sales value of the robot. How it can be done? Select the data, complete data, go to shorten filter. Okay, go filter, select filter, and show the sales value of robot. Go to the seller and robot. You can write the robot here. Okay, robot has came up. Click OK. The value has been shown as a robot. So what we can do is just copy paste it, this one, go somewhere else with the new sheet, copy paste it, and we need to find the value of robot. So we can sum the value, sum equal to selecting the numbers and enter. The robot has earned about $10,985. Okay, what is the second question? Show the sales value of Mike for the month of February, and go to the filter it, and again filter it. Show the sales value of Mike, where is select the Mike for the month of February. Okay, February. Select it February. Okay, we will copy this, paste this table and paste it here. And equal to sum. Mike has earned $3,998 in the month of February. Okay, filter it. Show the sales value of pastry for the month of Jan by Brian. Okay, let's remove the filters. Go to here, filter it, then again filter. Now the sales value pastry for the month of January. First of all, let's select the January. So then Brian, select Brian. Okay, the Brian has not sold any pastry. Now go to the shorten filter and filter. Show the sales of item between $1,500 and $200,000. Okay, go to the short filter, and here the number filters will come, and lot of options will come. Equals to, does not equal, greater than or equal to, less than. So whatever suitable is there, you can use it, and what is the condition has been given. So here the condition is I'm between $1,500 and $2,000. If it is given greater than $2,000, you can select greater than $2,000, and if it is given less than $1,500, then you can select the less than. Okay, so we will select the 1,500. It's greater than 1,500 and less than 2,000. Click OK. So this is the item which was sold between $1,500 and $2,000. Okay, let's click it, copy paste, and go here, paste the new sheet, and let's do the summation of it. Select the numbers, close the bracket. So the value of sales between $1,500 to $2,000, the item is $15,888. That's not the question. So the Tom sales for the donut and Brian sales for the card. Let's select the data. Tom and also Brian. Select the card and donut. Okay, this completes our exercise on the sorting and filtering, and have a nice day. Hello friend, welcome again. Today we will discuss about the charts and graphs, and the charts which we will go through is column chart, line chart, pie chart and other type of chart which include scatter chart, bar chart, area chart, surface chart. First of all, let's understand the column chart. Column chart. Column chart basically shows the any data series over the period of time, and this can be used for the comparison among them as well. So in column chart, y-axis, that is the vertical axis, displays the numerical values, and horizontal axis, that is x-axis, displays the time series. Generally it is a time series, otherwise it can be other data as well. Let us understand the column chart by simple example. Now let us consider the two companies, company A and company B, and we want to compare the sales of the both companies A and B over the period of last 12 months and see who is giving much better performance against each other, and this can be shown to the top management as well. So company A and company B. Month January, let's autofill it till December. Company A, let's use the random function to generate the numbers 500, and now autofill it, and similarly for the company B, random between 500,000, autofill it, and let's autofill it as well. Now let's fix the values, otherwise it will continuously change whenever I click the buttons. Copy, value, paste. Okay, now it has been fixed. So for creating the column chart, first of all we need to select this table. Okay, now let's go back to insert, and you will see the lot of graph option is there. Here is the column chart is there, line chart is there, pie chart is there, scatter form is there, pivot chart is there. So we will restrict ourselves to the column chart. Just click the column chart. In the column chart you will see the various options are there: 2D column, 3D column, 2D bar, 3D bar. So the bars are similar to the column chart, which we will discuss later on. First of all, let's go to 2D column, a simple one we will take. Okay, let's see. So you will see that just you need to select the data, and Excel will do the work for you and represent the data in the form charts. So this data looks very beautiful, and by visually seeing the performance of company A comparison with the company B, and it is very useful for making the decision by the top management. To better understand and to dig deep dive in the column chart, let's do one exercise. Okay, this is the table in which the 6 employees productivity and quality of work has been given, and we need to prepare the chart for this one. So first of all, create the chart, select the table, go to insert and go to the 2D column, Okay, now the second is create the title. The title is there, chart title is there. So first of all, let's remove it. Now it has been removed. How I will create the chart title here? Now just select this one, and chart design will come up. On the left hand side you will see the add chart element. In the add chart element, go to the chart title. If you want none of the title, just select the none. If you want chart title above the plot area, select this one. If you want the chart title in between of the plot area, just select this one. I will select the above the chart and team performance. Okay, and now third one is remove all grid lines. So these are the grid lines. It is the horizontal grid line. So similarly, select this one. Chart design will come up. Go to add chart element, grid lines, and if you select the primary measure horizontal, it will disappear, and if you again select it, it will come back. Okay, similarly for the vertical one. Okay, you understood? I will remove it now. Okay, and place the legend at the bottom of the chart. The legend is already on the bottom chart. Let's suppose I want to place the legend on the right hand side of the chart. So select the chart, chart design, add chart element, legend on the right hand side. So it's easy. You can put it on the left hand side of the chart. Go back there, left hand side. See, it's easy. So let's put it back on the bottom of the chart. It looks much better there. And okay, and now display the value labels. Just select one of the columns, and chart design will come back. Add chart element, go to the data labels and offset end. So if you select any one, the data will appear against each column, and if you want to put data in the center, put the center one inside, and select the inside end, inside base, select the inside base, outside end, select this one. And mostly the people select the outside end because it looks aesthetic and much better in terms of the visualization. So I will select this one. Similarly for the quality column, set chart, add chart element, grid island, and data levels, outside end. Done. Okay, now plot area. For the plot area, just select the plot area, right click it, go to the format plot area. Fill is there, select the solid fill is there, and select this one. Okay, this one. Clear? Okay, and change the series color, and let's change the series color. Select this one, right click it, format data series, fill, solid fill. I will select light blue. Okay, it's easy. Okay, now let's revise it once again. I will delete it and let's do it. It will be much clearer. First of all, select the data, insert column, this one. Chart title is there. I will remove it, and chart design, add chart element, chart title. I will take the above chart, team performance. I will write it down. And the legends is there. I want to put it on the right hand side. Just chart design, legend, and right hand side. Okay, and labels, just select this one, go to the data labels, data at the outside end. Similarly for this one, data labels, the outside end. Okay, done. Grid line is there. Okay, you can put grid lines and remove this one, grid lines. Now plot area, right click, format plot area. See, fill and line will come up. Select the solid fill and fill it with the light color. Okay, similarly you can select this one and change the series color. Right click, data, format data series will come up, and select this the fill and line, solid fill, and I will select the yellow one. Okay, similarly for the quality column, right column, data series, fill, solid fill, I will select the purple one. Okay, then let's beautify it. First of all, select this one and format will come up. Okay, the outline I want to have the black one. If you want it much more thicker, then go back, shape outline, weight, I will 1.5, this one. You can do it, it gives the 3D effect as well. Go to preset this one. Okay, now present the top management in the form of PowerPoint. First of all, PowerPoint, performance, apply, no, select, copy, paste. Okay, this look nice. In this form you can present this to your top management and have very good impact, and the top management will able to make much faster. Okay, and if you want to present this data in other format like a 3D, like go to insert, you can do that as well. I will just delete it, select the data, you can do it in this form as well. And the other all chart title, productivity, filling the plot is all same as the other thing is stack one. Oh, I have not selected data. So this is the stack column chart 3D form. Mostly the chart which I have presented to the people is only 2D format, not in the stack format. And if you see that in stack format, the blue one is the productivity, the top one is the quality. Okay, now let's move to our next lecture on the line chart. Thank you very much. Hello friends, welcome again. In this lecture, we will discuss about the line chart. Line charts are very effective in displaying the trends. In line chart, the vertical axis always shows the numerical values, and horizontal axis, that is x-axis, displays the time value. For example, if you want to see the stock price of a company for last 12 months, the line chart is the best way of displaying this data. And line chart also is very effective in comparison of different data series. For example, if you want to compare the stock price of FMCG companies, you can use the line chart and it will give you much better understanding of that. So let's understand it in the Excel chart. Okay, first of all, we will take a single data series and see how the line chart can be made. Let's take the stock price of company A for last 12 months. Let's autofill it. Now stock price of company A, and let's use the random function to generate the price 100 $2. Autofill it. I will fix its value, then copy, and then again paste the value. Okay, now it's fixed. Dollar value. Okay, bold it yellow. Now select the data, go to insert, and if you see this one, this is called line chart. Let's click this one I will select the simple one, this one. See, beautiful line chart has come up, and you can see the stock price of the company for last 12 months, and accordingly the stockbroker can make decisions about it. And we will dig deep into the line chart later on. And now if you want to compare the stock price of a company with another company in the same sector, for example a company in India like ITC in the FMCG sector and Hindustan Unilever is also in the FMCG sector, that these two companies, if you want to see the stock price how it is varying for last 12 months, you can compare it. So let's take the company stock price of company B. Let's generate the stock price using random function. Autofill it, fix the value, it's already fixed. Let's delete it. Okay, now select the data, insert column. Okay, see, the stock price of both the company is shown to them, and the now stockbroker can compare how the two companies are performing in the same sector, and accordingly can they make decisions. So let's do another exercise. Okay, this is the data of a company manufacturer of the two-wheelers. The first one is Ola scooter, the second Honda Activa, and a TVS Jupiter. And we need to see the sales trend each product line, three different companies. Okay, now select the data, go to insert and select the line chart. I will take a simple one. Okay, it's looking messy, but the Excel has done its work and shown the data in the line format. Now create the title of the chart of the sales. I will remove it. Similar to the column chart, we will select the chart design, add chart element, chart title. I will take the above chart and put the sales of vehicle chart. Okay, and create the title here. Go the grid line. The grid line is the horizontal one. Click this one, chart design, go back, grid line, and unselect this one. Okay, done. And place the legend at the bottom of the chart. It's already there, but instead of the bottom, I will put it on the right hand side of the chart. Select this one, chart design, and legend on the right hand side. Okay, and change the plot area. Let's right click, format plot area, solid fill. I will select the light color, this. And the other, display the value label Ola scooter and change the color of the Ola scooter is this one, and I will select this one. Go to chart design, data label, and I put the, you can put it anywhere. I will put it at the below, and it will be much easier for the people who can see it. Now change the series color. You can change series color. Let's extend it. Select this the series Ola scooter. Right click it, data series, and fill one, and solid fill. I will take the red one. Okay, done. Okay, you can do the much further, beautify it also. Click here, format, select this one, and you can make the outline much thicker. 1.5 is 3D also you can do. Go to save effects, preset, and this one. Okay, now you can display this chart in the PowerPoint. Okay, let's revise once more and let's understand it. It's very similar to the column chart. It's not very difficult, but let's do it once more. Insert line chart. Okay, I will select this one and expand it. I will delete this one. Chart title. Go to there. Chart title. About chart. Sales or vehicle, and I will remove the grid line. Go there and select this one. Then I will select the Ola scooter data labels below, and this one format plot area. Right click it, plot area, solid fill, done. And I will want to change the color of the series. Right click, format data series, and this one, and the solid fill. I will take the red one. Okay, and if I want to put the list legend on the right hand side, I can do that. Click the chart design legend on the right hand side. Legends, you can do it, and format here, increase the weight and you can present to the company top management in the form of chart. Copy and paste. Okay, so it's looking nice and the top management now can make much better decisions. So let's move to our next topic, that is the pie chart. Hello friends, welcome again. In this lecture we will discuss about the pie chart. Pie chart only displays one series of data. If you present the whole table in which two columns are there, it will pick only one column for the displaying the data, and that column header will be displayed as the title of that chart, and it displays the value of that series as a proportional slice of a pie or like a pizza. Let's understand this pie chart and Excel sheet. Let's take the data of a mutual fund. You know that mutual funds consist of the various stocks, and the fund manager allocate the fund to all the stocks. If you want to understand how the fund manager have allocated the fund to each of the stock, it can be better understand using the pie chart. Okay, like mutual fund ABC, stocks, and Google, Amazon, Microsoft, Tesla, Facebook, Ford. Okay, allocation, okay, allocation. Let's generate the data, random data. Allocation is already in millions of dollars. just mention it here. Now let's fix the values, copy, then paste value. Now that's changing. Okay, now select the data, go to insert and see the pie chart here. Here we will select the 3D one. It look nice. Okay, see, now if you one of the investor in the mutual fund of ABC, you can directly see that how much the fund manager have allocated the fund to the various company. So it's much better display of this data, and we will do another exercise in which we will dive deeper and understand all these things. Okay, let's go there. These are the list of cricketers ratings from all around the world, and we will present these data in the form of pie chart. Just first of all select the chart, insert pie, and let's 3D one. Okay, it's nice. Let's change the title, select this one, chart design, add chart title is the above chart title is the rating. Okay, displays the percentage of each of the segment of the pie chart. If I want to display the percentage, and how you can do it, display the chart design, are the data labels are there. If I put the data labels, see, if I am using data labels, it is not showing the percentage, it is showing this a rating of the each players. I want a percentage, so what I will do, just click this one, right click, format data labels. Okay, in the format data labels you will see the number of things will appear, the value from the cell, series name, category name, whatever you want to display the data on the chart, it's available. Here I want to see only the percentage. I will click the percentage only. I will remove the value, show the leaders line, I will remove that as well. Okay, fine. Now manually select the Virat's rating and separate it from the rest of the pie by dragging it away. The Virat's only select the okay, the Virat slice has been, and turn it to the blue one. It's already blue, but I will do it how it is done. Format data points, fill, solid fill. I will make it purple, light blue. Okay, fine. So it's done. It's simple. So in this way the pie chart you can display it and present to your top management. So let's repeat it again. List of cricketers, insert pie chart 3D one. Okay, now chart title I will tell you, and cricketers, rating. Okay, and add data labels. I want to show the percentage. Format data labels. I then not this one. I need to select only Virat's one. Double click on the one any of the cell, it will select only single one and pull it back. That's done, and let's modify it as well. Okay, you can also fill this format plot area and solid fill, put it like this one. Okay, and format is go to format like this one. Okay, and now you can copy paste on the PowerPoint and present it to your top management. Okay, so it's looking nice and beautiful, and it will help the team management and cricketers, sports team to make much better decisions. Okay, thank you. Hello friends, welcome again. Now let's understand the other charts. So let's go to the Excel sheet directly. This is the data through which we make the column chart. So we will same data for making the bar chart. We select the data, go to insert one, and the bar chart will come here. It is very similar to the column chart, but in column chart the columns were in the horizontal axis. Here the bars are in the vertical axis. So it's depending on the requirement where the data has to be presented in this way. You can use the bar chart, and all other thing is similar to the column chart. Now to see the scatter plot. The scatter plot will take the data and select this one and put the data in this format. So this scatter plot graph is very useful in finding the correlation of two data. So this chart is very useful in the data analytics, which is very advanced form. So there is no need of going further there right now. The all other select the data, go to recommended chart, go to all chart. Here the all charts are there, like pie chart, column chart, bar chart, area chart, XY scatter surface chart. So let's see what area chart we show. So area chart is like this one. It is of no useful, no inference can be drawn. And the other chart, go to insert, recommended, all chart is there, surface chart is there. The surface chart is looks like this. It is in the 3D format. Okay, so these charts are beside the bar chart. All these other charts are not very useful in daily work. So for the daily work, the line chart, pie chart is very useful. For till this level, only the top three is very important. Other three is not very important. If you go further in the deeper mathematics, this surface chart is going to be very important, and the scatter chart is going to be very important. So thank you very much. Hello friends, welcome again. In this lecture, we will learn about how to protect the sheets. The topics which we will cover here is cell protection, sheet protection, workbook protection, file protection, insert object, and insert hyperlink. And so we will cover one by one this topic in the Excel exercise. Let's suppose I am a manager working in the construction company, and under me several associates are working. So I need to weekly monitor their performance, so how much tasks they have accomplished in weekly basis. So how can I do that? The one way is that I can verbally ask them to report their weekly status, or other way is that I can share one Excel sheet with them and they can manually enter their how much tasks they have accomplished on day-to-day basis and weekly basis, and whenever I get the time I can go to the share file folder and open that worksheet and see that what is the performance of my teammate. So let's create a table. Associates Brian 1 Monday autofill it. Okay, and let's autofill this one also. 13 associates are working under me and week total. Okay, that is for the week 1. Watch it. Similarly for the week 2 as well. and week 3. I will just beautify it. And if one of our associates have entered their task, so if the brand 1 enters 2 here, 3 here, so the summation will be done here. I will just enter the formula here, summation, click it here and OK, and autofill it. Similarly, I will copy paste the formula here. By refreshing it is taking the formula. You can see that from H6 to L6, H6 to L6, and autofill it. And similarly for the I will just copy paste it and autofill it. So now this is the associate sheet. Now my sheet is manager sheet. Manager sheet. Okay. Now for the let's copy it, paste it here. So week 1, week 3, and total. So through refreshing, I will get the data from each associate to the manager sheet. I will go to the manager sheet, put equal sign, go to the associate sheet, take the total sign, click OK, and autofill it. I will put equal sign, go to associate sheet, take the total, OK, and autofill it. Put equal sign, go to associate, put the equal sign, click OK, and I will also see the 3 weeks total as well. Okay, autofill it. Okay, let's check for, let's suppose I'm brand 2 on, I will enter 3 on Wednesday and the 4. The total is for the brand 2 on week 1 is 7. Let's check it as a brand 2 on week 1 is 7. Again I will check, enter 1 task on Monday, on Thursday 2 tasks, total is 3 for the week 2 for the brand 2. Week 2 brand 2 is 3, as total is 10. Okay, it's correct. Now the sheet is working fine. Now what I will do, I will share this sheet in my share folder so that my associate can access this sheet and enter the task, like say the brand 2. Okay. Now there is possibility that one of my associate can manipulate the sheet and this data will not be correct. So what I need to do is I need to protect this sheet. So how I can do that? First of all, I need to protect the cell. So for that I need to select all the sheet and right click, go to the format cell and go to the protection. You will see the lock is there and hidden is. I will just unlock all the cells. I will click it and click OK. See that the green color is highlighted here. That means that these cells, these formula cells are not protected here. So I need to protect these cells. So again I will go back there. I will just select this sheet, this cells, and go back to format cell and protect and click OK. Now my cells are protected. Okay. Now what I want that nobody can manipulate here, nobody can enter any formula here or disturb this formula. Ultimately nobody can touch this one. So what I will do, I will need to protect the sheet. I will just select the cell, go to the review, and here you will see the protect sheet. I will click it here. Here the already I will not touch anything else. Select lock cell and select unlock cell is already there. Select lock cell and select unlock cell means this one is the lock cell and other are the unlock cell. So it is ultimately selecting all the sheet. So I will just put the password for the locking the sheet 1 2 3. Click OK. I will again 1 2 3 enter the password. Click OK. Now the sheet has been protected. I will see if I want to make any change. The pop-up will come here. I can't make any changes here. Okay. Now the other thing is that there might be possibility that one of my associate comes up and start playing with it and changes the structure of my sheet. Like he can add one of the additional sheet, or he can add one more sheet and start playing it with it. Don't want my structure of my sheet to be disturbed. So what can I do? I will just go to the protect workbook and enter the password. It will just protect my structure of my sheet. 1 2 3 again 1 2 3. Okay, see, now if I want to add another sheet here, I can't do that. Insert, I can't do that. If I want to read this sheet here, I can't do that. So in this way nobody can delete any sheet in this workbook, or nobody can add any new worksheet here as well. Now this workbook has to be saved in the shared folder, so that only my associate can open it. So how I can do that? For the file protection, I will go to the file, save as, save on the desktop, and I will name it managers team file. So only my team can access, so I need to put the password on my team file. Okay, I will just go to the tools. Here there's a tool is there. Go to the tools and go to the general option. Here the three options will come up. Always create backup. If I click this one, that means a backup will be created by the Excel file. So I will not click it here. So the password to open, I will just put the password 1 2 3. Password to open means that if one of my colleagues open it, so they can only read the file, not write the file, or can't modify any file. So the password to modify is 1 2 3, and read only recommended. I will just click OK. I click OK. I will read the password. Click OK. I will password. Click OK and save it. So now the file has been saved. So now this file has been put in the share folder, and now I will close it, and I will go to the desktop and again team file. I will click open. Now it is asking for the password to open it. So only that person can open this file who know the password of this file. So that are only my associates only. The password I will enter 1 2 3. Click OK. T file is reserved by the Ankit Sharma. Enter password for write access and open read only. So right now as a manager I want to access it. I will enter the password 1 2 3. Click OK. The pop-up will come and it is showing that if you want to read only, click yes. If you want to write the file as well, just click no. See here. Now in this file I can write as well. I can modify things as well according to my requirement. Okay, see, the other thing is that if you see that the formula is visible here, so my associates can go back to associate sheet and can manipulate this formula by here. One way is to hide the formula, and the other way is to I can just lock this part of the table, that this range, by the protect sheet, so that nobody can manipulate this formula. So let's learn about how to hide this formula. Okay, first of all, see, if you right click it, you can't access the format cell, so I need to unprotect this cells. For that I need to go back to review and unprotect it. 1 2 3. I will click OK. Now the sheet has been protected. Now I can go to the format cell, right click it here, format cell is visible. Now protection, now click it hidden, click OK. Okay, now I will again protect the sheet, click OK, and see, now the formula is not visible to anyone. In this way you can protect the sheet as well. Now once I have shared this file to my team members, I need to also give the instructions to them how to use that. Created a Word document for them, and Word document is like this. Okay, instructions to use the password. It is just a sample document. I will close it, and I would like them to access the Word document from here only. So how I can do that? I can just use the object function here. For that I go to the insert, and this object is there. Just click it here and go to the create from file, browse, and select the instruction to use the password, click open, and just OK, display as icon. I will change the icon. I will take this one, OK, and click OK. See, the link has been created. If I click here, I can directly go to the instruction one and close it. So I can also put a remark here for instruction below. Now only one thing is left, that is the hyperlink. So what is hyperlink? Hyperlink is the way of moving across the sheet or moving across the file. So how we can use the hyperlink? For that we will just create a name, manager. Right now I am in the associate sheet and I want to move to the manager sheet. How I can do that? So just click on the manager cell, right click it here, link will come up, and three options will come up on the left hand side. Existing file of web page, so we can create the link for the web page, for a Google page as well. Placing in this document, we have to take the place in document, click manager sheet, or we can also add the email address also. Just click the manager sheet and click OK. Now if I click on the manage, it will go back to the manager sheet. So in this way the hyperlinks work. So this finishes our lecture on the protection. So I hope you have enjoyed it a lot. Thank you and have a nice day. Hello friends, welcome again. In this lecture we will talk about the pivot tables. Pivot tables is one of the most powerful features of the Excel. It allows you to extract the summarized report from the large given data sets, and then it can automatically sorts, do the mathematical operation, filter the data, and give a very summarized report to the user. You can also summarize data in the graph and charts. Let's understand it more properly in the Excel sheet. Okay, this is the data which I have taken from a company, and in this table the various seller name has been given, and what product they are selling, and what is the quantity of they have sold, and what is the value they have earned after selling to the company. So and along with it the company has given the feedback about each seller, whether it is positive feedback or not. Now the company want to summarize report that which seller has done the maximum business with the company in the month of January. So how you are going to do it? In the month of January you will take the January data one by one, and copy paste it here, and for the then sum import, like for Robert it is 684, and then for Robert here 191591. In this way, if you are going to manually do it, this summarization report, it is going to take a lot of time. So best way of doing it is by using the pivot table. So select the data, go insert, select the pivot table. This wizard will come up. This select a table or group will be is the data which we have already selected. New sheet and existing sheet. If we select the existing sheet, select the location. Location can be H1, H2, H3, I1, I2, I3, R1, R2, I3. It can be anyone. I will select a new one. So once you have done it, the table will be generated in this area, and the headers will come up here, and this 4 box will also come where you will drop the data or columns, and the table will be generated automatically on the left hand of the screen. Okay. The one thing, very important thing which I have missed right now is that make sure each column must have the header, otherwise the no pivot table will be generated. For example, let's suppose I remove this one. Okay, I have removed the header. Click insert. Okay, see, this is the error is going to happen if your one of the column does not have any header. Okay, cancel. Let's put the header. Now select the table, click insert, pivot table, new worksheet, enter. Now the company wants to know how to make the maximum sales in the month of January. Okay, now put the data on the filter. Okay, and who are the seller, put it here. You can put the seller here as well. You can put the seller here as well, but put it looks nice here, so I will put it here, and the sale value here. Here in this summation value is there, all the mathematical operation happens, whether count, summation, average, percentage, everything happens here only. Okay, and I need to select the change. So, and this is the filter, like, so you need to select the January month here. Either way, either you can do it in this way, or just remove the filter, put the dates on this column, or group it like this. The data Excel is very beautiful. It has already grouped all the dates. So if I will go back, right click on the date to the ungroup, it will ungroup. And if you do the group, and you can do it by months, by dates, by years, by hours. So I will do it by months, and you will group it here. Okay, so the business they have done in the month of January, 4.7 million business they have done. Okay, now you can put the product here and see which product was sold by the sellers, have the maximum value. You can put the seller here and product here. You can sort the data by click the right click, sort the data, the largest, smallest. See, the pastry has the highest, done the business highest here, and which product has, you can put it filter here, put the feedback here, see the for positive feedback, what was the business. So only 2% has got the positive feedback, and they have got the decent amount of business, and who have got the negative feedback. Joe and Sean has the negative feedback. So I think you must have get the deep idea how I'm using this pivot chart and extracting the different data for the company. And if you just remove the seller, everyone, and you can also make the graph here. Go to the, select the data, insert, and select this one. See, the for whatever business which seller has done with the company is shown here in the graph. So see, the multiple function is being done here in the pivot. let's understand much more deeper by doing one more exercise. Okay, okay, this is the table in which the sales person's performance has been given and how much business they have brought for the company. So let's prepare a report using the pivot table. Now the first question is, create a simple report that total orders so for each salesperson. So we need to create a report in which I need to find out how many orders each salesperson has generated. Okay, now first of all select the data, go insert pivot table, the data is one, new sheet. Okay, this one. Now put the salesperson and the order is this one, put the order ID here. See, the Excel has done the automatically has done the mathematical operation of sum here. It is taking the summation of order ID. So it is of no use me. I need to find out the how many sales order the each salesperson has generated. So click this one, go to the value setting, and the count is there, average is there. Just select the count. Okay, it's fine. So this is the sales order count for each sellers. Now what is the next? Show sales of one country at a time, and sales value. Now I will remove. If you want to remove it, just drag it, put it back in the header area, and the order account is this one. Order account is the business which has brought to for the company. Okay, and for each country we have to see okay, either you can put it in this way or you can see it by this way. For Dubai, this way, for Japan, this way. So each one. So if you want to present a summarize report, just put the country here in the row, and okay. So for each company business has been shown to us. Find the top salespersons. The top salesperson in terms of the order value, you can take the salesperson, put it on the row, and if you want to just right click it, go to short last one. So Chanley is the top salesperson, but in terms of the value. If you want to find out by country wise, let's take the country and put that here. Country wise, Suresh, for Dubai, Suresh is the highest top salesperson. Japan, Suresh is the, for Malaysia, Chanley is the, so Singapore, Chanley is there. Or you can put the salesperson here as well. How much business they have done in each country, you can see it here. This data also is useful. Or by short, sorry, not this one. So okay, the other thing is view the details of the summarized report. Okay, compare the sales person's performance by month. Salesperson's performance by month, and take the order date, put it here. See, it's already put it combined the dates into the form of the months. So how it's done, right click the month and group it. Okay, now again click it here, group it. You can group the data in month by month, by day, or both together as well. If you do the both, how it looks like, you can see. So right now I will take only the August one group, only month by month. Okay, and summarize report of the view the details behind the summarized amount. Okay, so if you go back to grand total and select, just click this one twice, all the background data, what is happening, all the background data behind this number will display in another sheet. So it is much easier for the top management to go into details and see what is happening behind these numbers. Okay, I show the summarized amount as the percentage of the total. So okay, and now to move the amount, summarize amount as a percentage of the total. So can do that, sum of the total, right left click it, value field setting, and show value as, here no calculation shown, the percentage of grand total here, percentage of column total, percentage of row total here. So here we need to know about the percentage of grand total, put it here. Okay, here. Okay, now the calculate the bonus and commission. Now just put the numbers back, and resolution I will take. Okay, and the calculation you need to do, if you want to add any other column in which you need to show and do any calculation, you can do it here. Do it here. So pivot table, analyze, fields, item settings, the calculate field. Okay, I want to calculate here the new field name will come up, that is commission. And how you want to calculate, take the order account, insert the field, and if take the commission to be 20%. Okay, add. Okay, so the sum of the commission percent has been come up. So how it is done, and if you want to draw the graph here, you just select the data, go insert and pivot table, and it will come up along with the commission, the total order sales value which you have generated, it will come up. If you want to present this table to the presentation, how you can do it, so just beautify this table, design, format. Okay, just and copy paste it, go to the any PowerPoint, sales report, and this is the report. Yeah, and along with the, you can show with the graph. So it's very easy. So both the table and graph has been shown. So this finishes of the pivot table. I hope you have learned a lot about it. Thank you and have a nice. Hello friends, welcome again. In these lectures, we will learn about the Vlookup and Hlookup function. So first, we will go through the Vlookup. So what is Vlookup? In simple words, we can say a Vlookup function look for a value in a table and returns its corresponding result. And in practical world, for example, in your contact app, if you want to search any number, you enter the name of that person and the contact app returns the number of. Similarly, here Vlookup does the same function. We look for a value in a table and it returns the corresponding result. The syntax which is used for the Vlookup is this Vlookup, and the first one is lookup value. So what is lookup value? The value which we are looking for. It can be text, it can be number or single cell reference. The second argument which we need to enter is a table array. Table array is range in which we look for the value and its corresponding result. and one thing we need to know that the first column must contain the lookup value. So it will be much clearer when we will do the exercise. And column index number, it is the column number from which we want to return the number, and the number is the relative to the first column in the selected range. And range lookup, so the range lookup method is used for the whether we want the exact result or approximate result. So if we want exact results, we enter 0. If we want approximate results, we enter 1. So generally we always enter 0, so we will ignore the 1 as well. So let's deep dive into exercise and for the better understanding of VLOOKUP. Okay, this is a table of a company in which the employee number, name, and which department they work, and what is their salary is given. Okay, and we want to extract some information. This table is very small. Now suppose you are working with a table in which the information is of around 10,000 employees, 15,000 employees, and to extract that information of particular employee is going to be very difficult. So here the VLOOKUP help us a lot and ease our work very lot. Suppose there is employee 7, employee 10, employee 3, and employee 13. You need to their information. What is their name? What is the department? How much salary they draw? So how we can do it? First of all, we can do it with using wizard, or directly we can enter the formula. So I will use the wizard right now. So click the FX formula button, then enter lookup. Okay, VLOOKUP. Okay, click OK. Okay, so this is the VLOOKUP wizard, and now lookup value, what we are looking for. So here we are looking for information about the employee EMP07. So we will click here. So G4 is the and from where the information we are taking from? We are taking the information from this table. So we will select this table, complete table, and note that earlier I have told you the first column should contain the value of the lookup. So lookup value is EM07, that is employee number, and this employee number should be first column in the table array, and column index, that is the column from where you want to pick the value. So name is the second column here. So the first column is this one, employee number, the second column is and the name information here. So I want to pick the value of name. So the index will be 2. In the range lookup, we want the exact value, we will put it 0. Then enter the 0. See, the employee name is Taronde, we have taken. Similarly, this information can be get without using the wizard as well. So I will delete it, 0, and enter VLOOKUP. Here the lookup value is employee 07, table array, we will select it here, and the column index name, the name is in second column of the table array, we will put it 2. Then arrange is, we want exact value, that is 0. Enter. Okay, and we need to make sure the column number has to be very correct. Suppose if I put the instead of 3 2, I put it 3, the value will be come up the customer service. Okay, so here we want the name only, so we will put the 2 only. Okay, and using the autofill, just click it, the information has been drawn. Similarly for the department, VLOOKUP, lookup value, table array is this one, column index, department is in the third column, 1 2 and 3, and 0. Okay, the information has been drawn. Okay, autofill, click it here. Now Vlookup lookup value table array index. Salary is in which column? 1, 2, 3, 4. This one. Okay. Changing the format. Okay, this one is the. Okay, in this way we are pulling up the information. So think about how useful it is this one. Now, if you suppose the number of column is not 3, it is 10 columns are there instead of 3. So every time you don't need to have entered the 10 VLOOKUP formula here, function here. So I want to just put one single function and autofill it. Let's do it for better understanding. Let's delete it. Okay. First of all, VLOOKUP employee number table array index to. Okay, we got the name. Now if I draw this tail here and this here, it is drawing the very wrong information. Okay, see here the lookup value is G4. G4 is employee 07. Here the lookup value is H4, that is for the Tarandeep only. Okay, and here the lookup value is for I4, and that is customer service. So that is completely wrong. So I want the G4 has to be constant. So the column has to be constant, the row has to change. So how do you do that? With the blocking the column. So I will block the column by using the $sign. Okay. And now I need to block the whole table array. How it is done? We are putting the dollar against row and column, and it can be done by using the F4 button as well. You can put it there. Now 2 is there. So how to resolve it? We need to identify the columns from where it is going to pick the value. So what we can do, we can put the column number here, 1 at the top here, 2, 3, 4 series. Okay, then we can take the, instead of 2 we can take the B2. Okay, here the row is constant, the column is shifting. See, A, B, C, D. So we need to block the row. Okay, now pull the data this way and this way. Now see, G4 is there, G4 is there, G4 is employees 07 and G4 is there. Here you will see the nothing has changed in Tarandeep, customer service and salary, only this column number is changing. Here D2 is there, C2 is there and MB2 is there, because we are blocked all other things. Okay, let's do it once again to make things much more clear. We take the 0, VLOOKUP function, lookup value is this one, table array is this one, column is this one, B2, because the corresponding name we are looking for, and 0. Okay, now here I need to block the column. So G is the column. Here, put it here. I need to block the whole array here. And B2 is here for the column number I need to block the column. Row, it is fixed, it is not changing. Okay. So using autofill, let's drag it. Autofill, it will take the all the function. Okay. Now suppose I put this employee number, cancel, and here. So how do you going to pull the data? Let's put it here. Okay, if I want to draw the information right now, the reason I'm doing that, I want to show why the employee number, the lookup value has to be first column only. The lookup value is this one, table array is this one. Okay, sorry, the table has to be complete. And if I want to take the name is in the first column, 0. It is going to show the error here because it is not in the first column. Okay, so that is one of the limitations here in the VLOOKUP, that is the first column has to have the lookup value, otherwise it is going to throw the error here. Now let's understand the HLOOKUP. HLOOKUP is very similar to the VLOOKUP, but the thing is that in VLOOKUP the lookup value is drawing the result from the corresponding row. Here the lookup value will draw the information from the column. Let's do an exercise for better understanding. Okay, the information we have, I want to draw is of employee 7, employee 10, employee 3, employee 13 from this given table. Okay, now let's take the value from formula section, lookup HLOOKUP. Lookup value is employee 1, table array, select the complete table, this table. Okay, see, in the VLOOKUP we were looking for the column number, here we are looking for the row number. So here the row number name is in the second row. Here the first row column, first row is there, second row is there, and the lookup 0. Okay, understood? So in VLOOKUP we fix some of the values and some of the not. So here similarly we will do here to generate the value only once time. So here we need to block the it will change from here to here, and row will remain same, the row will be constant. Okay, it is a table array, has to be constant. Right now let it be. Okay, and let us put the row number here, 1, 2, 3. Okay, P2. Here the P is a constant and row is changing, that is P is column and row is changing, so we need to block the column, 0, enter. Okay, there. Now drag it and autofill it. Okay, let's do it once more for better understanding. HLOOKUP, lookup value is this one, and table is this one, and row index, that is 2, name is in the second row, and exact value 0. So here the row is constant, and we will block the row, and column is changing, table has to be blocked. Here in this, here the column row numbers, in this column is changing and row is changing, column is not changing and row is changing, so column has to be blocked. Okay, now drag the number. Okay, see, it's simple. I hope you have enjoyed the video. Thank you. Have a nice day. Hello friends, welcome again. In this chapter, we will learn about the lookup function. In lookup functions, we will talk about the index function, match function, and use the combination of index and the match function. And one of the most important thing about the index and match function is that it eliminates the weakness of the Vlookup function. That is the lookup value has to be the first column of the table, and that is not very necessary in the index and the match function. So before that, let's understand index function, then the match function, and we will do the exercise for better understanding. Index function. Index function returns the value or the reference to a value from within a table or range. In index function, we give the input of a table, okay, and if we tell that function that this is the column number 3 and this is the column number 2, what is the value at row 2 and the column 3, and it will return that corresponding value. Let's understand it in an Excel exercise. Okay, this is the table which is given to us. I want to return the value of finance, okay, from the given table. For this table, this is the row 1, row 2, row 3, row 4, and the column is 1, 2, 3, 4. The finance is in the 4th row, and column 1, 2, 3, third column. Okay, now the corresponding value of this table which is at row 4 and column 3 is finance. So if you want to return the finance value using index function, how it can be done? So it can be done using index function, index, and array is this one, table array. What is the row? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, third row. Sorry, here I have written by mistake 4, that is the 3. What is the column? 1, 2, 3. See, the finance value has been written for the row value at row 3 and row column. Okay, suppose I want to pull the result of Tarundeep, which and what is the position of the Tarundeep? It is at a 9th, 1, 2, 3. It is at the 8th row and the second column. And second column. So I can do index table. What is the 8th row and second column? See, Tarundeep. So basically you must have got the understanding. We are pulling the value by giving the input of row and the columns in a given table. So that we will understand how it can be very useful in replacing the VLOOKUP and HLOOKUP as well later on. Now let's move on to our next function, that is match function. See, match function, it returns the position of the value where it is residing. For example, let's take a range of A1 to A3, that is which has the value of 20, 21, 22, and we input the value in the match function, that is a match. The first value is the VLOOKUP value, that is 21, and given array A1 to A3 and the exact value 2. So it will return the number 2. So why? Because the number 21 is in the second atom in the range. Let's do the exercise, it will be much clearer now. Okay, and one more thing, in match we only take the one column only, not the two column combined of table. Let's suppose I want to know the position of the employee 6 in this table. I will just put it here. That is, I want to know the row number of this array. So match lookup value is this one, and table look array is this one. Next type 0. It is the 7th row. How? Let's check. That is first arrow. Fail the series. Okay. See, it is the 7th row. Now let's combine the index and match function, and let's draw the corresponding results of lookup value like we did in Vlookup. Let's delete it. First of all, the index function, we need to pull the information of the employee 7. Let's take the index function. Okay, what is the array? This one is the array table. What is the row number? That's the big question, and we will use the match function to get the row number of the employee 7. So like what we did in the match function, let match lookup value is this one. What is the array? So I told you we need to take the only table that has any number of row, only one column, and the lookup value is it is in the employee number in this column. Okay, we will select this one, match type 0, and what is the column number? The name is in the second column, 2. See, similarly, let's do it once again for the department. Index function, table array, but a row, match, and lookup value is this one, and the lookup table is lookup table is this one, and 0 bracket close. And what is the department column number? 1, 2, 3. Okay. And let's also generalize the function here so that we need not to enter the formula again and again for the whole table. And the column number is, we need to put it column number as well for generalizing it. Yeah, B2, B1. Okay, Tarandeep, the first one is A2 complete table. We need to block complete table. What is G3? G3 is the lookup value. So in the lookup value, G is constant and the row is changing, so we will block the G, and array is complete. Lookup array has to be completely blocked, and B1, here in the B1 is this one, and column is changing, row is constant, we will block the column or row. Enter. Now just drag the information. Okay, see, it's beautiful. Okay, I think it is now clear how we have replaced the index function, Vlookup using the index function. Now suppose this employee's number is not here, it is at the end of this table. Is this index and match function is still applicable? Yes, it is applicable. Let's do it. I will remove this information. First of all, index function, array, okay, row is taken from the match function, row number, lookup value is this one, table array. Now the array, it was here at column 1, now it is in column E, so we will take this one, 0 exit function, column number, at which column the name is there. Name is at the number 1 column, 1. Okay, enter. See, so there is no need of putting the employee number at the first column. It can be anywhere. Series. Okay. Now let's generalize it. B2 is the table array. We will block everything. G3 is the lookup value. Has G's column which is constant and row is changing. So we will block the column. And it is the lookup array, so we will completely block it. And B1 is here, so B1 C2, here the column changing was row is constant. We will block it, the row. Now autofill it. Okay, see, so that is the advantage of using the index and match. Thank you and have a nice day. Hello friends, welcome again. In this lecture we will learn about other functions, and these functions are very important in your day-to-day of Excel work. First one is countif, the second one is operators, and then if function. So let's go to the Excel sheet for the exercise. So we will first of all talk about the operators. The two commonly used operators are OR function and AND functions. There are other functions as well, operators, but I will be talking about OR and AND because they are most commonly used here. So let's first of all understand OR function. What is OR operator? In OR operator, suppose we can give any condition, any number of conditions. If any one of the conditions is fulfilled, and the output result will be true. For example, let's talk about the Indian election. The first criteria of giving the vote in the Indian election, the person should be above the age of 18. The second one is should be the citizen of India. Okay. Now suppose person's age is above 18, but that person is not citizen of India. Only one condition is being met. The OR will give us the true here. Okay, let's here the OR function, or putting here logical operator is here, should be greater than 18. The second logical operator should be is C4 should be equal to Indian. Okay, the first condition which I have given, that the age, that is B4, should be greater than 18. The second criteria is that C4, that is nationality, should be equal to Indian. Okay, I have given only two conditions. It can be any number of conditions, but if in the given conditions only one condition is true, it will return the true here. Okay, true. Similarly, for the AND condition, in AND operator, all the condition has to be true for getting the true output. Okay, otherwise the value will be false. Let's do it. AND logical operator should be greater than 18, and C4 nationality should be equal to Indian. Is true. Okay, let's autofill it. False. See, in second row, that Ram, whose age is below 16 but has Indian nationality, OR operator is giving a true condition because one of the conditions is being fulfilled. In AND condition, only one condition is being fulfilled, that is the Indian condition, but age is not above 18. That is why it is giving the false. Similarly, for Adam, the nationality is USA and age is above 25. The OR will give us the true and AND will give us the false, because in AND one of the conditions is not true and OR only one of the conditions is true. In Eve, the age is 17 and nationality is USA. Both of the conditions is not meeting, so that's why OR and AND is giving us the false. Okay, now let's go back to if function. Okay, now how to in function is the like a argument. If this argument is not correct, what should be the alternate outcome? Okay, so the wizard which we use for the if condition is if okay. See here, first of all, logical test will be there. If the value is true, what will be the outcome? If value is false, what will be outcome? Is giving us the options. Okay. Now, in this table, we have been given the name of the students and what grade they have obtained. And now we use the if function. We need to fill this empty cells with the yes or no. If the student has got the A grade, then it has to be yes. If they have got B grade or C, it has to be no. So how it can be done? Like for grade, put it here, and if it is equal to A grade, then put the value yes. If not, put the value no. Okay, and now enter. Okay, now autofill it. See. Now see that Nancy has got A grade, so it is yes. And Brian has got B grade, is no. Asima has got the C grade, that is no. So A yes, B no, A yes, B no. Let's do it again for better understanding. I will do it with formula. If logical test grade is equal to A. If P4 is matching with A grade, then the outcome has to be yes, and the outcome has to be, if it's not matching, the outcome has to be no. Close the bracket, no. Okay, autofill it. Okay, and in this here, what is asking, if A or B, if any of this condition is matched, then it should be yes. So if manually, how it can be done? If it is coming A, it has to be yes, B yes, C no. Okay, if any of the matching. Now how to use it? Like if condition, and here we will use the OR operator. If condition, logical test. Here logical test, for that we will use OR function. First of all, logical test is B is grade equal to A grade, and B4 is equal to B grade, and close it. If value is true, put it yes. Is value false, put it no. Close bracket, enter. Okay, and autofill it. See there, here the grade is yes, B is yes, and C is no. Okay, you understood? If we can also use the AND condition as well, like instead of OR condition. See what happens. Or logical test AND equal to B4 A, B4 B, values true, values okay. Now see, I already told you, if both the condition has to be true, only then it will give us the yes, otherwise no. Okay, the next function we will learn about the countif. Okay, the first of all, there countif is a two functions, countif and countifs. In countif only we need to give the only one condition and then it will count, and countifs we can give any number of condition, then it can count. So first of all, let's understand countif. Countif okay, and suppose now I need to count the number of students who has got the grade A student, A grade. How many students must have got A grade? Okay, what is the range here? Range is this one, this column, And the criteria is A grade. Student must have got the A grade. Close. Only 6 students has got the A grade, and you can count it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So how, by giving our own condition, you can count the how many students has got the grades there. Now let's do it once more. How many students have got the B grade? Countif the range, we need to select the range where the counting has to be done. Okay. Criteria B grade. 5 students have got the B grade. Okay. Now suppose I am adding one more condition. Count the number of students has got the A grade in math subject. That is the 2 condition I have given. So in this case we need to use the countif function. Countif function. The first case criteria range. First criteria range is this one. And what is the criteria? It should be equal to A. Now we need to give the second criteria range, and what is the criteria is equal to, should be equal to maths. Only one student has got the A grade in maths. You can also check it here. A grade physics, A grade chemistry, A grade maths. Only this 11 student has got the A grade here. Thank you and bye. Hello friends, welcome again. In this lecture, we will learn how to build an interactive dashboard. Suppose you are working as a business analyst in one of the manufacturing company, and in that company, one of your production manager asks you to build an interactive dashboard for the SKU, so that the production manager can see what is the status of the any particular SKU right now, such as what is the inventory level of that SKU, and also the inventory level at warehouse level, how many purchase order are there in the backlog, and what is the contractual turnaround time of that SKU. Now for building this dashboard, the production manager has given the business analyst 3 information. The first information he has given about the inventory level, the second one is purchase order information, and the third one is contractual turnaround time. So let's start. So the first information which was shared by the production manager is inventory information. In inventory information, the first column is SKU. Against each SKU there is a location is given, allocation is given, stock is given, and in transit quantity is given. Here allocation means, so what is the maximum level of quantity can be kept at this particular warehouse. For example, for SKU1, 296 is the maximum quantity which can be kept at a Dell location warehouse. Okay. The second table which was shared by the production manager is purchase order. The first column shows our purchase order, the second column shows the SKU, and the third column shows the quantity, how much quantity has been purchased, and the purchase order value, on which date it has been purchased. The third table which was shared by the production manager is about the contractual TAT. So against each SKU a contractual TAT is given. So what is the contractual TAT? Contractual TAT is the contractual turnaround time. That is the allowable time. Within this time the vendor has to send the SKU back to the company, otherwise there will be penalty for the vendor company. So let's start and make a beautiful dashboard for our production manager. Let's put the name here, dashboard. Okay. First of all, let's enter SKU, which SKU information we want to see. Now inventory information. Okay, and let's merge it. Okay, the first one is allocation, total allocation of SKU across all warehouse, and what is the stock of that SKU, what is in transit quantity of that SKU, and then percentage of stock as compared to the allocation. Okay, and yeah. Let's put it here. Okay, here we can see the what is the contractual TAT of that SKU. Purchase order information. We can give the title of a purchase order here. The first information we are seeking, we can put it this one here. First information, count of PO, that is the purchase orders. The second one, back order quantity, that is how many quantities are with the vendors which need to be shipped by them. The order value as well. Okay, yeah, put it here this way. And okay, that contractual TAT only here. Okay, and we can give the title of the dashboard SKU dashboard here. And increase its font from here, and let's bold it. Okay, now suppose for example we are seeking the information of SKU1. Okay, that's the baseline. So here we will use the SUMIF function to get the inventory information. So here we will use the SUMIF function to calculate the allocation, stock and in transit quantity. So SUMIF and bracket open. First of all we need to take the range of this criteria. Here the criteria is SKU1. So go to the inventory information, and the criteria range is this one. Select this one, comma, and what is the criteria? Go to dashboard, and this one is SKU1 is the dash criteria. And what is the sum range? That is quantity we are talking about, and here we are calculating the allocation quantity. So here the quantity range, bracket close it. See, the SKU1 allocation is 2062 quantity across all the warehouse. Similarly for the stock, equal to SUMIF range of the criteria, that is SKU1, and that way we select this one, and What is the criteria? Criteria is SQ1 and sum is of stock. We will select the stock. Okay, close. Similarly for the transit, range is SQ, then criteria, go back to dashboard and select the SQ1, and some range is for the in transit quantity. Select the in transit quantity, close. See, now if I want to calculate the percentage of the stock, the percentage of stock can be calculated by using this formula, and that is stock plus in transit quantity and divided by allocation. Okay, so putting the formula here equal to, using the relative reference, first of all stock, that is I9 plus in transit quantity, bracket close, then divided by allocation and close. We can format this cell. For that, right click the mouse, go to the format cell and go to the percentage, then click OK. Okay, so if your manager want to see how this percentage stock has been calculated, so he can see here how it is done. Okay, now let's go to the purchase order information. Here we need to use the countif function to count the number of POs. So countif, and what is the range? And range is of the SQ, and what is the criteria? Criteria is the SQ1 and bracket close. Okay, only 6 purchase order are with the vendors. In this 6 purchase order, what are the quantities? So here we will use the SUMIF function. SUMIF and range, go to the purchase order and range is SQ1. Criteria, go to the dashboard and use the SQ1 as the criteria, and some range is of the quantity, and close. See, 292 quantities are with the vendor. Now, and if a production manager want to know what is the total order value with the vendor, so he can see this information here, and we can do this calculation using the SUMIF. SUMIF, and what is the range here? Range is SQ1, and what is the criteria? Criteria is SQ1. What is the sum range? Sum range is this one, order value. Select this one, close. Okay, so we need to format this cell and convert it to the currency value. Select the cell, right click the mouse, go to the format cell, and currency is this one, and we want the dollar currency, English United States dollar. Click OK. Okay, now here we need to find out what is the contextual TAT of the SQ. So here the simple, we need to use the Vlookup for doing it. So Vlookup, lookup value is this one, and go to the TAT, select the table, and the column is 2, the TAT is at 2 and range is 0, bracket close, click OK. And the TAT is of 12 days for this SKU1. Now all the information which has been calculated here is on the basis of the SKU1 only. If I change it to the SKU2, so all the corresponding information will come up. Okay, similarly for SKU3 I can put here SKU3 and all the information will come up here. Okay, manager also want to see the allocation and stock information at a warehouse level. So how we can do it? So let's go back to the inventory information, and here we will use the pivot table to draw the warehouse level information. Along with it, we will also use the one of the pivot very special feature, that is slicer. Okay, first of all select the table, go insert pivot table, and I will make the pivot table in new sheet. Click OK. Okay. Now if I want to see the information for each SKU, so I need to put this SKU header in the filter, and warehouse should be in the rows, and this allocation, stock and in transit are numerical numbers, so it should be in the calculation block, stock here and in transit. See, all the corresponding table has been generated here. So if I select one of the SKU, the corresponding allocation, stock information is generated here for each warehouse. Okay, now I want to present this information in the form of graph, so I will use the graph here. So for making the graph, go to the pivot table, analyze, and on the right hand side you will see the pivot chart that you can click and click OK. See, the chart has been generated automatically and we can beautify it according to our requirement. So I will this one and put the legend on the bottom side. So I will go to design, add chart element, legend, bottom. Okay, I also want to show the data labels as well, so I will again go back to that add chart element, data labels, also at end I will show it. I also want to remove this grid lines, so go back to the add chart elements, grid lines, and primary major horizontal is removed here. Okay, and also want to give the title here, to again go back in there, chart title above the chart. So chart is warehouse inventory information. Okay, oh okay, I will hide this button. Okay, now it's looking nice. Now I will introduce very important feature here, that is slicer. So what is the function of slicer here? Now suppose the manager want to see the warehouse information, what is the allocation, stock information of each SKU. So he needs to go here, click here and select that at SKU level here, as for example SKU14, then click OK. Then this information is displayed. So there should be a way so that the manager can directly click that button and all the information is shown on the screen. For that you need to use the slicer. Go to the pivot table, analyze, and you will see here insert slicer. Click OK. All the headers will come up. I want to use the SKU because we are filtering the SKU information on. Click OK, then OK. See, this slicer has come up. In this slicer the header is SKU and all the filters, whatever we want to filter is coming here. If I want to filter for the SKU1, I can click SKU1. So similar, this information is reflected here as well. you can go down. All the SKU is shown here. Okay, if a manager want to see the information of SKUs, he can click it here. Okay, here. Okay, now I will just cut this information and go to the dashboard and paste here. Okay, I will then go back to the sheet 1 and I will cut this information and paste here. Okay, and I will put this like this and extend the graph and let's beautify it. And I will put a thick border here. And merge it, change its color, fill the color with something else and border it. Now it is looking nice. I click here, so the information is changing, and for the seeing this information, inventory information, purchase order, contractual TAT, I need to change the information here as well. So in this way we can make this chart, but it is very inconvenient for the production manager to first of all click here to see the warehouse level information and enter the SKU here to see this information as well. So we need to find a way to connect this information with this one. If I, for example, if I click SKU1, so simultaneously this information will be reflected here, and then this inventory information, purchase order information, contractual information also changes according to the SKU. So how we can do it? One way of doing is we can use the VBA macro here, coding to do it, but it is out of our scope. So, and the other way we can use the relative reference. So how we can do it? We can take directly the value from pivot table and use it here and click OK. Okay, see what is happening here. I have given the reference of sheet 1 B1, that is sheet 1 B1 is the location of this cell, that is the pivot cell. So if I select the SKU10, the changes will be made here. See, the selection has been made here and the corresponding information is shown here. So SKU10 will show up here by the relative reference. This SKU10 will be reflected here. Okay, and this SKU10 information will be used here in the inventory information, purchase order information and contractual TAT information to show. Okay, I will just beautify this one as well. And fill some colors. And bold it. Okay, so this is the one of the dashboard which you can make and give it to your production manager. So let's do it once more so that it is clear to you. I will just go to new sheet and rename dashboard practice. Okay, so I will just take some information here, put it there. Okay, now first of all we will calculate this inventory information, purchase order information, contractual TAT using the Excel function, and the reference for the calculation will be the SQ1. Okay, so whenever any changes is made here, same changes will be shown here as well. That is the corresponding value of that SQ will be calculated here as well for the allocation. But we have used the SUMIF. Okay, I will go here quicker so that we can understand it. Here the range is inventory formation, the range is SQ, and go back here. And what is the criteria? Criteria is SQ1. And what is the sum range? Sum range is allocation. And close. Similarly, for the stock, we will use the SUMIF function. What is the range? Range is for the is this one. And what is the criteria? The criteria is SQ1. And what is the sum range? The sum range is stock. Bracket close. Done. SUMIF. And what is the range? Range is SQ, and criteria is SQ1, and in transit. Close. So, and the percentage stock is the summation of stock plus in transit divided by allocation. Okay, let's do it for the purchase order. The count of POs, we will use the countif function. And what is the range here? Range is SQ. What is the criteria? Criteria is this one. Bracket close. And bracket is the back order quantity. We will use the SUMIF function. And what is the range here? A range in this one. The criteria is this one, SQ1. And what is the sum range? Sum range is quantity. Bracket close. What is the order value? Here we will use the SUMIF function. What is the range? Range is SQ. What is criteria? Criteria is SQ1, and sum range is this one. Bracket close. Okay, and TAT, we will use the Vlookup function. Lookup value is this one, and table array is this one. Selecting the table, and column is 1, 2, 0 for exit match, and close. Okay, now the warehouse level information. For that, we will go to the inventory information and select the table, insert pivot table. We will generate the pivot table in the new sheet. Click OK. The SQ is in the filter, location is in the row, then allocation, stock, and in transit are the numerical values, so they are in the calculation block. So we need the sum of this all the quantity, so it is correct. Now let's make the graph here. For the graph, go to the pivot table, analyze. Pivot table chart is there, and we want the column chart, so I will select the column chart. Click OK. I want to put this legend at the bottom, so I will go click the chart, go to design, and then go to the add chart element, and legend is there. Put bottom. I want to show the data label here, so I will select this one, go to design and data labels, outside end. If I want to move this information from the chart, so how you can do it? Okay, go here, right click it here, and you will see the hide all field buttons on the chart. Okay, it will disappear. Okay, if I want the chart title, I can go there, chart title, above the chart I can put inventory information. Okay. Grade 1 I want to move it, grade lines, and format 1 I want to outline as well, this one. Now I want to use the slicer because I don't want my production manager to go here and click the filter here and select each one. It will be very cumbersome for him as well. So that to make the life easy for him, I will generate the slicer here. So for slicer, go to the pivot table, analyze, insert slicer. So here the filter has to be done for the SKU only, so I will select the SKU, click OK. So the slicer is there. Now cut paste both of them and put it here. Okay. Now if I click any of the button, the corresponding information is changing here, but not here. So I need to connect this information with this one, so that if I click anything, the corresponding information should also change here. How I can do? I will use the relative reference information here. Okay, so I will take the equal to sign and go to the sheet 3 and give the reference of this cell B1 and click OK. So if I click SKU 13, this changes is made here. So how it is changes is being made here? If I click here, the changes is being made here, that SKU 13 is coming up here, and through relative reference this information is shown here at F4 cell and by F4 cell. So earlier all the calculation we have done is done by giving the reference of this F4 cell. Okay, this dashboard has been made. Now we can beautify it according to our requirement. Dashboard. Okay, and we can it and this one, fill it with this color. Okay, done. Now see, this is working now. Okay, this is working now. So this finishes our lecture. Hope you have enjoyed it. Thank you and have a nice day.